What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon. Alright, y'all, we're picking up where we left off last time. We got another boss battle today to do in the Cove. We're going to be fighting the Sodden crew. And I've already decided to go ahead and put together this group here for the boss battle. We have a nice mix of, we got level 3, some level 1s. Kata could very well help carry us this battle. And we definitely want to get our newly named Zeke McCoy. Thanks a lot for that, Zeke. This guy really needed a name. I couldn't say that name. I couldn't say that for the rest of this playthrough. Whatever it was before, I couldn't say it. So Zeke McCoy, he's our occultist. He's going to be our healer for this. And we've got Clint. Never mind, it's another terrible name. But this is our group. And before we go in, let's go ahead and check everyone's gear. We also, in the last episode, we leveled up our armor. So check out the stat increases on this. Another 7 HP and 5 dodge. 3 more damage, 1 more base crit, 1 more speed. Very strong. And we're going to spend a small fortune here doing this. Fortunately, we don't have enough to, reduce the cost of this. We could trade in for a few deeds, but it's not really necessary as of yet. Good increases. Still level 1, still level 1. Okay, and let's go ahead and check in the guild. Certainly want to level up the abilities that we're actually using right now. For sure. And everything else we can leave alone. Alright, I think that's good. What camping skills do we have? This is pretty important. It would be nice to prevent some sort of nighttime ambush, but I mean, we could very easily have another one of her nightmares on our hands, which I don't hate. Nah, we don't have any encourage. That's okay. I think we're good to go. I went ahead and put some people in different places. That new Vestal that we picked up, the level 0, she's getting fading removed. So that was her one negative quirk, and it's a really bad one. So we're going to go ahead and take care of it while it's cheap and not locked in. And let's go ahead and pick our gear here. Let's see, I like doing the protection stress there. Can add some HP here. And then this lowers our accuracy, this raises our accuracy. And then here we have, we'll probably just give him some HP. This reduces stress, but lowers our speed. That's probably worth it. It's sad how much better that is than something like the Ancestor's Tentacle Idol. 2 ancestral items this early in the game is crazy good. They just kind of suck. And let's go ahead and bring this as well, the shield breaker only item, the Venomous Vial. And if we can, on the boss, Adder's Kiss rather, Adder is a snake, will be extremely powerful against him. So, look forward to using that. We may want to switch up, nope. We may want to switch up our party position. It's not a big deal. He's good either or. I'm just thinking about how I want to start my turn, and these 2 abilities are both good. They both move backwards. So let's stay with that. And I like this group, so let's go ahead and provision. And the reason we're doing this first is because we want to lock in the Book of Sanity. It's an extremely good item. It'll be good for the rest of the game, essentially. I could see us using this in almost every run. Minus 20 stress is quite a bit. So let's go ahead and provision. You know what, before we do that too, I didn't even read the blurb here. So, kill the Sodden crew. The vengeful wraiths threaten to drag all we've built down into their domain of darkness. Give them a sailor's death once and for all. Okay. Let's hit the right buttons. There we go. Sorry guys, been playing tons of HOTS today. I don't think we need 2 of those. But we do want lots of shovels, at least 4. bring 3 medicinal herbs just in case we come across some quirk relieving curios. Is this good? You know what? This is not the place to be stingy. It's a boss battle. Let's do our best. And I think this is fine. Alright, let's go, guys.
Prying eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments. A sheltered jetty was accessible by a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor, and a discreet system of pulleys could hoist even the heaviest prizes up the rock face from a securely tied dinghy below.
Mm-hmm. So originally he hired these pirates to help him smuggle stuff.
Chained and drowning for eternity.
Why do we have -5 dodge? I'm not sure why we have -5 dodge. Maybe it's something I didn't notice. Anyway, pretty sure the boss is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go straight there. Kind of sucks because the whole route back, we'd have to go, you know, back several hallways here, go back here, here, go back, here, go back, here, here. This is a really crappy layout. We're gonna skip a few things. It's a pretty major thing that this party is missing is stress relief, but we can camp.
Be gone, fiend.
See if we can get the kill. Dang. We done got dodged. Should have huge damage on Zeke though. He does benefit greatly from fighting the Eldritch. You know what? Something I always forget. Whenever you bring the occultist, definitely bring extra bandages in case you end up stacking up tons of heavy bleed on yourself.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
It's something that's just good to do. The bandages will basically always have a use. Man, our leper is just missing everything. I wonder why.
Press this advantage. Give
There's
them
some
no
accuracy modification I'm not seeing. We'll see if we can't heal her.
Another one falls.
Alright, let's take the loot.
Remind
What you got,
yourself
buddy?
that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Nothing? Okay. Just a fluke then. We could prevent 4 damage here, but I think we're just going to let it pass. And we'll make sure to heal up with Zeke as soon as we can.
Wealth
Wow,
beyond
look at the
measure.
little increments of gold we're
Awarded
getting.
to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Let's get rid of the stress dealers.
As the
Nice.
fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
We're giving ourselves a lot of options here. We can do some AoE stuff. It doesn't increase his speed. Let's just go for the heal. Not worth it. We healed for 2, but we're going to take 3. And I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling I should just stabbed him.
The ground quakes.
Put him in the back row where he probably can't do anything. And take care of this guy before he gets a chance to attack.
Maintain the offensive.
Okay, 6 crit. I'll take it. We resisted the bleed this time. Very good. And he can still attack from the back row. Okay. No, I think it was a stumbling scratch he just did. So perhaps he can't. Let's just heal here and reduce our stress. Good dodge.
Continue the onslaught.
Pierce is just such great consistent damage.
All.
We'll clear the corpses and pull this guy all the way up to the front row. And now we can blind fire. Okay. Awesome.
Success so clearly in view.
Okay, so the Eldritch Altar,
Or is it
I
merely
think you need
a
holy
trick
water to
of the
interact with
light?
this. Fading quirk removed. Wow, I totally forgot that's what it did. I thought for sure it was going to give me stress relief. I totally forgot. But fading is awful. So getting rid of that for free, which is something we're paying for currently.
Cruel
Something to trap.
machinations spring to life
Minus dodge and speed.
with a singular purpose.
But we know with a little bit of medicinal herbs, we're good to go now. And with some extra food, we can afford to heal up. Got plenty of torchlight as well. So the idea is to beat the boss without taking a ton of damage. Camp, and then potentially face down our shield breaker's nightmares. Who's really good? We've got an 80%, a couple 80s. Yeah, let's let her try. Dang. That would have been nice.
By foul invention.
Getting debuffs everywhere. And if you got to get the cheap stuff, we've read that already. At least get a ton of it. That way it makes up for, you know, the space it's taking up in your inventory. Like we've got 4 Jade right now. That's pretty sweet. Alright, good scouts. We know we have at least 2 more battles before the boss. This is a pretty easy one, especially if we surprise him. Put some damage here and use a hew. Very good. Now we should be able to use a bola and maybe kill both of them. Dang, the crit went on the wrong guy. That's alright. Can't complain about that. And we may be able to heal off this damage here. If we get to go in kind of the right order. There we go. And we marked ourselves. Come on. There we go. Feels awesome when you get the big crit. I think that's enough. Sapphires, you say?
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I'm kind of happy the game is just feeding us torches. Alright, this is one of those battles we could potentially take a lot of damage in. Let's, no, not that. Let's use Adder's Kiss here. No, let's try and get rid of the dude that does blanket damage. Our occultist is very bad at dealing with lots of people who are just kind of like a little bit damaged. Maybe we get this? Nice. Zaxxes, as they say in Magic the Gathering. Almost have it. That's 30. That's a bit excessive. And then when we go to fight the boss, we'll get like the lowest numbers you can imagine.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic
More
merit,
Jade and more
unless
Citrine.
inordinate exsanguination be
Perfect.
considered a virtue.
You know what? Let's use our last torch in that stack so we can grab this gold. We've got double curios coming up. Okay, so this thing I remember. This thing is like, don't hit it with a shovel no matter what. I think you just touch it. Oh my god. We got rid of fading, and what do we get? Ashen? That sucks, but it's not the worst one. I think there's a really good chance you get a positive quirk by touching that, and a really low chance you get a negative one. So I think that was just bad
As the light
RNG.
gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Nice, good dodge. That would have sucked going into this boss battle. And here, I think actually we want to change them out. If I remember the mechanics of this fight, and I think I do, we want to have someone tanky in the front and DPS in the back. The best person I think for this fight is the highwayman.
Even in death, the captain shouts his orders.
And I'll explain why in a second.
Obeys.
But our highwayman is currently, like, resting. Gotta kill this guy, that's the big thing. So he's gonna continuously use a summon there to kind of keep bringing back that guy with the anchor. And the guy with the anchor, his job is to lock us down. And if you kill him, you know, he can't do it. But what happens is, if he locks you down, the longer it lasts... Ooh, we can just use blind fire here. The longer it lasts, he gets protection, and he becomes really, really hard to kill. Meanwhile, your guy is getting really, really stressed out. So you just gotta kill him as soon as he pops up. Obviously, we got lucky there, getting that crit. But he's got huge protection right now, so let's just use our bola. Put a little damage on each. And Pierce is super effective because it does pierce. It's going to bypass all that protection that he has. Still got lucky, really, I would say, in killing him. My idea here was to put a ton of blight on this guy, because if we look at his resistances, you know, it's pretty effective against him. And we'll use a bandage to get rid of that bleed as well. And we're just trying to rush him down with damage. Okay. Go for the Q. AoE seems good. We can heal here. And when it's her turn, we'll use the bandage. Let's try and kill him again. And we did.
Annihilated.
MVP right here. We just keep stacking speed buffs. Alright, they got us with the bleed. We're lucky we keep resisting that movement. That could be pretty troublesome for us. Man, only 21 left on this guy, but if it's not broke, you know, don't fix it. We've almost got him down, 9 HP. The thing about this guy is he's got super low dodge, and he doesn't do a ton of damage. It's just him locking down one of your guys can drive them basically to insanity, and that's rough. And the reason why the highwayman is pretty great, because you can put him in the front row and let that guy get you and lock you down, and then you just use point blank shot over and over and over again. But like I said, ours wasn't available for comment.
They are cursed to float forever, deep in the swirling blackness, far beyond the light's reach.
Alright, let's use that. Pick that up. And we're going to continue. We definitely want to camp, but I think we want to make camp after we travel a good bit. Get back further down the hallway. Make use of some of that free torchlight. And we'll know exactly how much food we have left. We'll probably have a hunger check soon. And I'm honestly hoping for an ambush. We really want one. got in this pack? Okay. It's all good stuff. What do we throw away though? I guess anti-venom for the crests. And then I guess we throw away something for the gold as well. I don't really want to throw away medicinal herbs. You know what? We'll throw away that little bit of gold, and we'll probably camp here. All right. No stress for you. And let's have a good battle here, and then afterwards we'll use our firewood.
Powerful blow.
Nice. And we are upgraded enough that it now applies blight. 1 damage for 5 rounds. Why is this one 3 and this one's 5? Is it random? Strange. Let's make good use of our AoE.
Masterfully executed.
This guy's dead. It's pretty cool. Perfect. And we got the big boy in the back. I don't think he can use Osiatus or Octocestus? Man, I said that completely wrong. Octocestus, perhaps? Something to do with an octopus punching us? Let's heal ourselves. And we can pull and mess up those corpses and bring this guy to the front.
A singular strike.
And you can't block the AoE, so that works out great for us.
A trifling victory.
Let's use our firewood.
But a victory nonetheless.
Let's eat. Throw that away and then pick this up. Okay. Plus speed is great for the battle. But there is one here that we definitely want. The snake eyes. Giving everyone armor piercing for this battle could end up being like game winning. Give everybody +2 speed as well. I don't think we want any of this nonsense. Could buffer protection and max HP, that's pretty cool. And we can reduce his stress by 15. So I think that was very good use of all of our points. Yeah. Let's rest. Come on, cross your fingers, guys. We want this. We want this nightmare.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
We were so ready. I just want that that next item for her. Once she gets her items, she's just so much stronger. She's a much more reliable character. And we'll go up here because we see a battle and 2 curios, or 2 battles rather and 2 curios. And then maybe we'll go across. No reason to waste the potential of this run to make us more money and get us more heirlooms. We still have plenty of room. We still managed to surprise them. We can start burning through our torches now. Let's do another impale. That worked out well for us last time. Wow, did we just kill both of them? We did, that's awesome. Damn, that sucks though. He's dead next turn. But we really want to get rid of the madman for stress reasons.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Or love is made. Sweet, sweet love. Alright, get out of here, man.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Let's heal up. And we need to make room for deeds and portraits. I feel like we're just going to go dark in a second.
The light, the promise of safety.
Let's get those deeds. And, man, I really hate to throw away a skeleton key, but we don't see treasure. We just see curios. So, man, another one of these. Fool me once, shame on me. Let's do it. Cove Tactician. Plus 15% damage in the cove. That would have been nice a little while ago. It sucks to throw away 3 keys. It really does. And we haven't even used our shovels yet. We'll use one here, though. That's pretty cool.
Another abomination.
Gotta take the free snail kill. Or sea maggot. He does increase damage. In the cove, this guy's gonna be a beast. Bonus versus Eldritch and Cove Tactician. Now we'll do Ebola. Almost got him. You can see here we've never even seen him do anything. We don't know what his skills are. Now we know he has Gargling Grab, which does a stress attack.
Impressive.
It's the explosion that I'm worried about. And we pick up a Man-at-Arms eye
Be
patch.
wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
We don't need the food, so we'll dump that. But what else do we dump? I guess we dump the rest of the food. That sounds crazy, but I mean, we might just leave after this. Simply because there's very little chance we're going to be able to get more. Man. You know what? I guess we go through this hallway. We can take a hunger check. That's not a big deal. It's nice of the game to kind of just give us this torchlight, put us back up.
Eradicated.
Sweet. What does he get? Plus 2 speed. We did that. He gets extra healing skill. Okay. Spread that damage. Use the bola. Nice. It's a pretty sweet little combo.
This
Little
expedition
unintentional
at
combo.
least promises success.
I'm going to drop 250 on the off chance that we might see something here in this next area where we could use a shovel. Or a medicinal herb. I still have hope that we can remove a quirk by finding one of those corals. Okay, this is good. Alright guys, this is worth it. We're gonna dump that. Especially for 8 crests. That's quite a few. And 500 gold. You know what, we're just gonna do this and leave. We're pretty much full. That was a lot of crests for us to get. I think we picked up 32 from inside. Is that how many we grabbed? 44. Wow, I didn't even notice that other stack. Jeez. And cash-wise, that was a pretty good haul too. And I think everyone leveled. Last gas, that's kind of good. Obsessed with the paranormal, that sucks. Faithless is something that I almost want to lock in because it's so pointless. Death will resist. Okay. Not the best and not the worst. I think we came out of that pretty well,
Irritant,
considering it was a nice boss battle.
a sanguine memory to me.
See who arrived in the stagecoach. Awesome. Okay, so I wanted to get another Crusader, and I think we even have a name for this guy. I think it's going to be Oz, if I remember right. Let me check my notes real quick, guys. Open that up. But yeah, we're going to want this guy, and the fact that he's level 1 already is nice.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
So I'm happy to get you in finally, Oz. Awesome channel supporter, watches a lot of videos, and I'm happy to have you. So here we go. Oz, I christened thee. Let me know if you want to add like a title or something. I can go ahead and do that for you too. Alright, we can get rid of the battle heal. And I prefer to have the stunning blow. Inspiring Cry already heals, but it's also a much more versatile ability. And this is a good ability as well. I don't want you to think that because I use certain abilities more often than others that all abilities are bad. If you haven't played this game before, you just have to understand that a lot of abilities have their time, and you know, you can get through a lot of kind of themed battles or themed events without using those special abilities, but it kind of takes a lot of the fun out of the game. What I like to do is try and find the time when each ability is at its best and use it. And I think in my last playthrough that I did kind of on my own, you know, I used like everything. Every single ability in the game, I found a time when it was really good, and that to me is a lot of the fun. I didn't recognize this for a second. Fleet Florin. 4 speed, that's pretty nice. And a chance to debuff. Still hoping to get another blueprint. You get them from the bosses, and we haven't gotten our next one yet. We're sitting on a fat number of crests. We have a couple diseases that we should probably just get rid of. And Jake has spotted fever. Who else has a disease? You know what, let's get rid of Daryl's. Tapeworm sucks. Go into our inventory, unequip all items. Love it. Book of Sanity. And we're back over 100k gold, and we also can sell these. There we go, another 1500 from that run. And this is not bad. Just dodge for the man-at-arms. Whenever we get a few more good items up here for tanky characters, we'll be able to sell that without feeling too awful about it. Okay, so no more bosses for us currently, but we can see what'll give us some good loot. Good accuracy and crit there. I think that was that plus 3% crit. Okay, I thought for a second it was plus 8% crit. I was about to say that's crazy. We've got level 3 on the Cove because we've beaten both of the bosses in there. We could go into here and get the Quick Draw Charm, which is a really good one. And then get All Saints Day. That would be our first veteran length. I think we'll stick to the apprentice stuff for now. It's just whether or not we want to go into the Weald or into the Warrens. And I think we'll go into the Weald. This wants us to do 100% of room battles. Definitely want to unlock the next boss in the Weald. So, okay. So in the Weald, see what guys we want to take. I like taking Triari. This is just kind of a rough draft, guys. And we need a healer. A level 0 healer kind of sucks. Ooh, she doesn't even come. She wasn't level 1, so she doesn't come with all of her upgrades. Ugh. That's kind of crappy. We do want to level up Mad Hatter as well. He wants to be in a party with someone that likes to switch around. Yeah, he likes to be in the second position. Might be better just to bring in Jake here over Brett. Because we're going to want him to be level 3 when we start going into the courtyard. So I think that's fine. This is a pretty solid party. I think we just want to perhaps change out some of these abilities. We don't want that. We can bring in Harvest. Give us a little bit of AoE. Just been a while since I've used some of this, so solo. This moves him forward. If you're going to do a finale build, you have to have finale. You should have Dirk Stab to help you move around as well. This is a weird one. This is a good enough build. You can't attack anyone in the front line with it, though. That kind of sucks. Let's do this. And she has the ability to move backwards. She can move back 2. That's a weird. It's a weird group. But they have the DPS. And they have the stress reduction that we need to kind of keep her fighting. We're going to have to unlock some of her abilities. Get her skills unlocked. And now that we know what our group is going to be, we can figure out who we want to put and perhaps remove some quirks. A fine axe. Nice. And they'll be strong enough probably to carry her in this. For now, those are good enough. Definitely want to upgrade that. Do we need Shadow Fade? I don't hate flashing daggers. Or lunge. Forward 2, back 2. Yeah, we're just not trying to make use of her as someone who moves around. That's just not what we're trying to do right now. This is not that complicated of a run. We can easily make good use of her later. We'll have builds where we just kind of swap everyone around all the time. It'll be pretty sweet. Would love to equip that. Make sure I upgraded the right ones we did. And if she's going to be in the last slot, then this is the build we want to go for. And then we can come into here and see. She's got Risk Taker. No. What do you got, Kata? Don't like that. It's probably not the worst thing, though. Oh, I think Stanley had something. Yeah, Stanley's got infirm and slow reflexes. Let's start getting rid of those. Alright, let's head into... Oh, I didn't even notice this. Medic's boots. It's not bad. Now, let's head into the Warrens here. Or the Weald. My brain. And start wrecking these dudes. Jester, we have some unique Jester. Can you sort by class restriction? You can. Okay. Nope. Sort by rarity. Alright. So just giving him some crit and some bleed skill chance. Alright. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen any bloodsuckers yet. Hadn't even thought about that till just now. Give her that. Do this. Make him a little bit tankier in the front line. Some more HP here. Just give him some crit. Seems good. Increase her max HP. And that lowered her speed. Could make her our trap disarmer. Give us some more scouting chance. I don't really think any of this matters. Let's just do one of those. Actually, this is 20% max HP. Let's do that. It's another 5. Alright, let's provision. And hopefully this will unlock the next boss for us. I think it does. Don't need quite so many. And anti-venom. Alright, good to go. Bringing everybody up to that kind of near level 3 threshold. Taking care of all those like tier 1 bosses and knocking them out. And trying to get the best buildings that we can all before we get into the Crimson Court.
These groves.
It's kind of my general plan.
This evil.
Okay. Very linear. Alright. Anti-venom, good to go. I'll take it.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Alright, we've read all that already. We'll just drop it. Sucks to hit that trap.
Mind that such missteps are the exception.
It's gonna be 6
and
HP
not the
damage.
rule.
And we can dig up some treasure here. Man, great stuff. But we're already kind of full. Keep that torchlight high. Alright, our first hunger check.
Nature herself.
Get that out of the way
victim
early.
To the spreading corruption. Malformed with
Nice to see a map. Let's see how far it goes. Cross your fingers for a secret room. Okay, I'm happy I took extra shovels. But we're still in need of one more. Man, I guess I should have took an extra one. An extra one. We'll see what kind of shape we're in after this battle. We may want to camp right here. Jake's already a little stressed out. Good dodge. And we can go for a stun. Let's do some damage here. 16. Beautiful. It was a crit, plus we got the bonus from hitting him with that ability. And my idea here was to get the kill with Harvest.
Their formation is
And
broken.
she should be bleeding. No, she
Maintain
resisted
the
it.
offensive.
That would have been a double kill. Instead, she's probably going to get to go again. Okay,
Continue the onslaught.
I'll take that.
Destroy them all.
The madman should pretty much always be
Knowing
your target.
uncertainty, the birthplace of dread.
That's why you bring a jester. Perfect. Good damage, considering that we're holding the Youth Chalice. Now all we need to do is land one of her dagger throws, and we should be able to kill that guy. Our accuracy is increased.
As the fiend
Perfect.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And as long as he's got horror on him, we do need to keep giving him that
A
stress
time
debuff.
to perform beyond one's limits.
Heal up. They have a pretty high blight resist, but if you land the ability, they have much lower blight resist. Now we actually have a chance of blighting him. Mining pick would have been better. I think it has piercing, and he's got 33% protection. It does suck though. We're gonna have to crawl our way past that
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
barrier. This is a Plague Doctor only thing. Yeah. There's the obstacle. Another hunger check. Alright.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
Not terrible. With the Jester and with the firewood, we should be able to get rid of any of this stress. This is an amazing Plague Doctor item, by the way, the Bloody Herb. she has that ability, that stab, that already kind of does a ton of damage. And this just makes her an absolute beast at using it. We'll make her a lot better in the Crimson Court.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place. A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Did we get the surprise? We did not. Let's go for this.
Press this advantage.
Perfect.
Give them no quarter.
Should be able to get this kill. Nice. And because they moved up, we might be able to get the stun as well. And prevent her from adding any more stress to our
promise of safety.
Already stressed out party.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its
dead.
own.
Should have uppercutted him. But a dodge there is pretty merciful. Let's go for the heal. Well done.
This expedition at least promises success.
Well, that sucks. We got lethargy. I think you can still get, where is it? -4 speed, that's horrible. I think you can still get loot from digging there with your hands, but yeah, you definitely want to have the shovel.
Another one falls. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Don't let them go together. Do we get greedy? Spotted fever. How many diseases can we get on him before we get out? I just keep thinking of Hamlet, Yorick, sitting in the grave, talking to a skeleton and all that. We have one more of these. Let's do it again. The Red Plague, no. That's a bad one. Well, now we know, guys. You gotta have a shovel. The Mad Hatter truly was mad. And here, let's go for this. Beautiful. And let's just try and put some damage. Yeah, pretty sure there's no way. I don't think there's any way to get anything good from digging with your hands. Pretty sure all you're gonna get is either sick or something else. So don't do what I just did. Once we had the first disease, I just wanted to see how many we could get. And we'll take care of our boy when next we enter the hamlet. I believe we can even unlock the ability to have multiple diseases cured at once.
Inspiration and improvement.
Good job. And let's just finish him. Actually, that's what this is called. I was just saying finish him as in finish him off.
Killer.
The actual name of that ability is finish him.
Begone, fiend! Back to the pit.
Okay. Good dodge. Our poor Jester is so slow.
A powerful blow. Executed with impunity. These
Alright, you check this grave too, buddy.
Be felled. They can be beaten.
This time, we found his treasures. Oh, can we not use this while we're interacting? Okay, that sucks.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
I'm gonna pick up the busts, and I think we're also going to... Man, do we drop the food or the... Let's do that. So we're not even done yet. For all we know, there could be a room battle here. Alright, glad we didn't dump the food. Now here we don't have any of the antitoxins. So I'm pretty sure there's still a chance to get stuff. Or we could just get blighted. Man, you just have no luck. Oh, of course. Alright. There's nothing to it. We just gotta go through. And now we have to camp. Hopefully there's not a battle here. And there is in a treasure chest, and we don't have... No, we have keys. Okay, that was the last run. Man, I was having a moment there. I was thinking... I remember dumping keys in the last run. That scythe ability that causes bleed is going to be really good for us in the courtyard. Stacking lots of bleed on multiple enemies at once. Use something like Hound's Harry, plus that, plus like the Hellion, all on turn 1. And you'll pretty much turn 2 kill everything every time. Not take a lot of damage.
Annihilated.
Perfect.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Killing it with these crits. Glad she dodged that, because she is marked. She would have taken a good bit of damage. Sweet. Alright, let's use this.
Mount, so too will resistance.
Use that. Alright, that allowed us to pick up everything. Now we want to make sure we don't get ambushed if we have that ability. Man, every rose has its thorns is awesome. We'll use that. Minus 15% stress, yeah, that's huge. Just tons and tons of stress relief. What does she have? Pilfer? Let's get more stress relief there. Get more accuracy and crit. Doesn't really matter. We don't really have any way to prevent this ambush if it's coming. But we're in good shape to take an ambush. It would just basically be free loot.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this
Don't mix
place.
this up too bad. Wow, they really did. They mixed us up pretty dang bad indeed. She's dead.
A devastating blow.
Good crit. We can still, weirdly enough, function in this arrangement. Get out of that pitch blackness. Can't hit it except with that. We still managed to land the blight though. And it's dead. Might as well get the kill, maybe get some free stress relief. Nope. And we definitely want to make room.
But a victory nonetheless.
Probably dump these bandages. Let's get our party back in order. That's a lot of deeds. We don't want to drop those. I think honestly we just eat this food. If we have a hunger check, we have a hunger check. Yes. I had a feeling we didn't want to get rid of our couple keys. Nah, you know what? I think I'm going to draw the line at 3 diseases.
If only
otherwise, we'll never be able to
could
use them
staunch
again.
The flow of otherworldly corruption.
Alright, for once here, the priority is to get rid of these things. Not that let them coalesce. Wow, did not get the kill. Okay.
The ground quakes.
And without the corpse, it can't really do anything.
Soothe.
I can almost swear, I kind of forget exactly what their abilities are. But I think they can even come back from this if there's multiple corpses. I could be wrong though. She's dead. Okay, she's dead.
Inches.
And let's open up this last chest as our reward. Very good. Super good run. Probably should not have put so many diseases on our jester.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
Or Joaquin Phoenix. What was this again? The leopard? Yeah. Okay. We got him up to level 2 at least. Weak grip, this is awful. Hard noggin's okay. Antsy is terrible. Gotta get rid of Antsy. While I still remember to.
A fresh irritant, the sum. A sanguine memory.
While I'm
to
remembering,
me.
that's gotta go. Sort by level. Okay, well, she's in the party, so she's gonna be right here. Alright, peace out that stuff. And let's see. Increases chance of curing extra diseases. Yeah, we'll take that. And we've got to get rid of the red plague. That's a bad one. And then I guess we'll also cure Abbott here of the spotted fever. Let's unequip. Sort by rarity. Happy to pick up the bloody herb. Could honestly probably sell that if I was trying to go really hardcore on the gold. And we pick up another level 1 grave robber if we want her. Could also consider upgrading the stagecoach, but I think we need to upgrade... Not this. What do we need to upgrade this? Yes, this is what we needed, actually. Experienced recruits. I forgot about that.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Yeah, so now we can start to see level 2 heroes show up. It's super important. We should also increase the size of our roster.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
And that's actually going to let me pick up this level 1 grave robber as well.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
Very cool. And now, hopefully, level 2s will start showing up, and we can start getting duplicates of everyone. We've got how many more upgrades to increase our coach size? Or our roster size? We can do it one more time and get up to 31. Okay, so that's 9 more dudes. That should give us room for duplicates, for sure. And do we have anyone up here that needs stress relief? They're all chilling. No, everyone looks good. And just like that, we unlocked the Brigand 8-pounder. But, oh man, it's got a crappy item. You know what? This is a good place to leave off for today. We've already gone quite a bit. I like Lost and Found, getting a town event. But they have some of these rare items here that shield doesn't really do it for me. This gives him better melee skills and bleed skill chance. It's alright. Sun Cloak is a good item. Could consider going for that. And the bleed amulet is really good in the courtyard. Like, really good. Because everything wants you to bleed, and everything is very unresistant to bleed. So, you know, you're like guaranteeing you get a bleed on every bleed attack. And you're fighting off the bleed that they're trying to do to you. So, I think you guys get it. But yeah, good place to leave off. And oh man, there's a long veteran dungeon here for another martyr seal, which is a great item that I would love to pick up and have duplicates of. But I would probably want to have a full like level 4 squad, well upgraded, before doing a long dungeon. They do get exponentially more dangerous. But we could definitely do a long apprentice level dungeon. Could be our first one. Could do that tomorrow. And then whenever this rare item changes the next week, we'll see what it is, and then we'll go ahead and knock out that next boss battle. Or I guess we could come into the Warrens. We could do a double Warrens episode. Have it be our first veteran dungeon. Because if we do this, this levels up to level 3, and then we get a chance to take out the next Warren boss as well. Same thing with the Ruins. If we do this, we get that good item, and then we get to take on a Ruins boss. I'm kind of leaning towards this right now. Who would we bring? Xenophon? Crusaders are always great in the Ruins. Of course, we would need a healer. And something like this. Does not have a name? I guess maybe because of the musketeer. Does anyone have any kind of like ruins phobe? No, this looks like a good squad. This is a good good squad for dealing with a longer ruins run. Doing my quick checks. Probably bring the pistol, just in case we get shuffled. And no reason we shouldn't just get everyone ready before we start tomorrow's episode. Do our upgrades, things like that. An extra 7 HP and 5 dodge. Strong upgrade there. Okay. Skills. Definitely want to buff up Smite. It gives us an extra 5% damage versus Unholy. Inspiring Cry always gets buffed. Man, this does extra damage versus Unholy as well. And that'll work. Just a really solid group to go in there and knock it out. You know, we could do it today. It's going to make this a very long episode. I don't know. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Hopefully you like really long episodes. So, minus stress. Cool. Increased protection. Cool. You will take the seal. This just gives you dodge and it's not super important. Let's see what she can take. We can give her the Berserk Charm and the Book of Sanity. That lowers her accuracy. I care more about her accuracy than I do about her stress level. So maybe we ixnay that and just make her tanky. Let me just put these on there. That's not great, but it's whatever. Yeah, it's a short dungeon. We should just be able to knock it out. But remember the whole thing about overconfidence being a slow and insidious killer. Let's never forget that. We've got 3 forms of stun, we've got stress relief, 3 forms of healing, and some pretty serious buffs on this guy. Yeah, let's just knock this out real quick. Slight over-provisioning. Should probably take 3 holy waters here. And 3 shovels. Could even take an extra key, just in case we come across something. Alright, let's do it. We'll knock it out, guys. I honestly still feel bad about us not getting to see the siren fight together. Just matters beyond my control.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Alright, without a scout here, we need to go backwards. Alright, twitching maggots, a little bit stronger than the first variety. They're super resistant to stun, 120% stun resistance. We're going to see a pretty steep increase in power level on these things.
Executed with impunity.
It's crazy that they're so much faster than us. Missing that was terrible. Okay. I deserve that, I guess. Maggots are going to teach me a lesson here about getting brave.
Be gone, fiend.
do buckshot.
Back
There we
to
go.
the pit.
Love that ability.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright, someone's got to step in a trap. At least it's him. He's got big protection. And he can go into a battle with a little bit less HP and still be fine. So we actually didn't need to come this way. But there was no way to know that. And now we also have another kind of unfortunately divergent path. Keep that torchlight high. Once upon a time, he would have stolen everything from us. And we dodged this trap. Very good. No. That has messed us up so many times. Bad humors. Which one is that? Minus 20% HP. Glad we have HP stuff on her, though. Man, we've got to get rid of those horrible quirks that make people investigate stuff. I hate it so much. By landing the stun, we prevent damage.
Clear.
So it's almost like a
We
heal.
require only the strength to follow it.
This guy's got some pretty good stun resistance. Let's just bolster. Ground pound. Super powerful attack, but we resisted all that stun. Wow. Okay. I see you, game.
Soothed. Sedated.
Gotta get rid of that
Continue
thing.
the onslaught.
Next is the marksman.
Them all.
Alright, double dodge, and we resisted the stun anyway. So that's all good stuff. Yeah, but when you start getting into the veteran difficulties, you start seeing the more dangerous enemies like the Bone Commander. And then the enemies that you've been used to facing, like this Bone Marksman here, become much more dangerous. Their stats increase. And you see kind of an exaggeration of their strength.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
We might actually be able to stun this guy. Nice. Alright, no more ground pound for him.
A momentary abatement. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Very good. And in these harder dungeons, you definitely have to cheese it just a little bit. Get as much advantage as you can. Go for smite. 33% protection is pretty huge.
For the slightest
What
lapse
debuff is
in
that?
concentration.
Stun resist? Okay. So now he's got a better chance of stunning us. If we stun him here, that would be huge. Nice. So we can take our time and heal back up again. And just completely undo everything he just did. We don't want him to call in reinforcements, though. The game will warn us when we're getting close to that point. Nice.
Unnerved.
Quadruple crit. Unflippin' believable. Let's just get the heck out of this fight now.
Size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination
Really
be
good loot,
considered a
and we
virtue.
get, this might be our first ruby, 1250 value on this, and we know what this does now. It's going to get rid of a bad trait. Stress Eater is pretty crappy. Those aren't so bad. Kind of would love to get rid of either one of those. Nice. Okay.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Alright, here we go. So a slobbering ghoul. Big protection, big dodge, big speed. And they do tons of damage and also cause lots of stress. Bolster first. Start spreading that healing around. Skull toss. 17 crit. The crits are too real, guys. And he lands the stun. I was gonna patch it up. No, let's do one of these.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Try and land the stun here. Stun again. Nice. Okay. We can do a nice double heal on her, even a triple. We would like to. Would have been great to do that in reverse order, it just wasn't an option. You know, let's get... Oh, damn. Missing there sucked. Getting big damage on there with a smite would have been great. But we dodged that attack. And we'll spread around the increased healing received buff. Stunning blow. Let's land it. Come on. Nice.
The wounds of war can be healed.
Just like that, we're pretty
never
much topped
hidden.
off. Start putting a little more DPS on him, that way when the time comes, we can just dispatch him. Come on, smite.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
The greater the glory. Okay. And we can read this. Alright, did that already. Thank you, Darius. And here, I think you can use holy water at the altar of light. I think you can also just touch it if you don't have any holy water. I want to say this is one that just straight up gives you... Is it the damage buff one? But I think if you don't use holy water, you just get a smaller version of that. But you know what? Let's give huge damage to our Crusader. Yeah, 30%. That's enormous. And anyone he uses smite on should just get wrecked if it's unholy. So we've got to go up here. We have to take every room battle. Don't mind that. We brought extra. Please, no. Okay, thank you. Probably best case scenario is nothing happens. What kind of odds we have? 60, 70, 60. Alright, you're up. I'll take it. Free stress relief. Alright, and our first gargoyle as well. They have 50% protection. They get absolutely smashed by the shield breaker. He just straight up pierces and kills them. Let's swap these dudes around and see if we can't get... Man, that would have been cool. gonna say, if we can't get the Cultist Enchantress somehow swapped too. We'll do some AoE. How bad is that bleed? 6 damage overall, not terrible. We even have extra bandages if we really want to get rid of these.
A dizzying blow to body and
Alright,
brain.
tried to move us. If this is successful in moving us, that'll be problematic. Okay. It's problematic.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And we can move forward like this. Start trying to shift her back. And that'll let her use her divine comfort. Start trying to put some damage on her. If we can just get this kill, that would be great. There we go.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright, I think we've seen all of its abilities. Flurry of Claws, Lash of the Tail. And all we needed to do there was 1 damage to get that kill. Finish her. Alright, we'll take that good loot.
Clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I think here we're going to dump off the anti-venom. Make sure we reorganize our party. And let's head back. This could be the last battle, the one in that treasure room down here, that we need to take. I'm not sure, depending on what kind of health we're in, about whether or not we'll proceed forward to this last curio.
The light, the promise of safety.
Alright, another one of these bad boys. And a whiff on his first attack is great for us. Let's bolster. Now we can use buckshot. Perfect. Just like that, only 31 damage to go. I'm not sure if you can fight 2 of these at once. I think you can. That does happen. Alright, see how much we can do. Man, really wasn't that much considering the bonuses we have. Perfect.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
And we do need to make room for these 6 crests. Hopefully we don't regret that. Okay, this is Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal, part 6 of 6. I cannot recall why we ventured onto land. Why did we leave when Mother Ocean provided all we needed beneath her tender waves? I will now return home, back to her embrace. Indecipherable scratchings fill the remainder of the page. Creepy. Both of you guys? Is it both of them that have that? And now she has claustrophobia. Alright. Nice to see a simple conscript in here. Alright, we got a resolve check. Abusive, that's one of the bad ones. That's gonna drag everyone else down.
And fury. More destructive than 100 cannons.
Yeah. It's pretty awful. That sucks because now we don't even get the heal. Much higher chance we could do 14 damage than 18. I was really hoping for a one-shot there. Alright, good man. Let's finish it off, Tiberius. Put our light back over this mark. No reason to give them buffs. Hoping for this dodge to help us out. Double crit heal. I mean, that's huge for that stress. He's got stun resistance now. So let's just hit him. You could do better? Okay. But we can leave right after this. But it might be worth it to stick around. It's just, it sucks that she has so much stress on her and that she ended up being abusive.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Let's use a bandage and toss. Continue here. Show me what you got.
Wealth beyond measure.
That was super worth it.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
And now 3 deeds. Do we dare go on? Let's just roll out before her abusiveness ends up causing us to have to spend a ton of extra gold to, you know, bring down more stress on other characters. But that was pretty nice. And one of the benefits of going into harder dungeons is that you do get more heirlooms. Armor Tinker, that's kind of cool. That replaced Clotter. Prone to investigating the dark arts now. But man, guys, I'm like burnout.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
It's a stressful game to play for an hour and a half. And we could pick up another level 1 shield breaker. I don't hate that. Just do general checks on things. But yeah, playing this game for an hour and a half is very, Very tiresome for me. It's a super stressful game. And even though we're not doing anything that's incredibly hard yet, we certainly will be soon. She needs to chill out. The other two can probably just kind of get rid of it naturally. Do we have any other diseases that we need to take care of? Oh yeah, okay. So we didn't get any lucky extra disease clearing. But yeah, we'll save everything else for the next time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry if I felt a little low energy this episode. I'm just straight up actually tired. IRL. But you know what I'm not too tired to do? Read you guys a knock-knock joke. So here we go. Okay. Knock-knock. Who's there? Ice cream. Ice cream who? Ice cream if you don't let me in. There you go. There's your knock-knock joke of the day. Alright guys, once again, Brett, Goodtalk Gaming. Subscribe, like the video. Next time I'll come back full force, yelling like a YouTuber. Alright y'all, see you in the next one. Later.